Hey guys, it's Erin. Happily We Go here, and today I'm going to show you how I make my foam stamps. I made these a while ago, and I had quite a few people ask me how I made them, so I'm going to show you today. But first I will go ahead and swatch them out so you can kind of see what they look like. And my pad is a little bit dry, so that's why they didn't stamp all that well, because they actually stamp really good. But anyways, that's beside the point. So here you go, just a quick little peek. Nothing too fancy, but you know, they look cool. And this one's actually my favorite. I ended up taking a bubble one that was my daughter's, and I pushed it into the stamp, or into the foam, and then I used the impression to create the stamp. So that's kind of fun, but you can use anything that you have around you to make the stamps. So I'm going to show you two different ways to make it. And so first you need either a heat tool, and then you also need some EVA foam. This foam I think I got at Lowe's, but I'm pretty sure you can get it at Walmart. It's like the exercise stuff, so it's a lot thicker. It's EVA, which is ethylene vinyl acetate, if you didn't know. But anyways, I think they might have it on Amazon too, but I will put a link down below to the one that I used. But it's nice and squishy, as you can see here. So, yep, that's the foam. So the next thing we're going to want to do is draw out our design. And here's one I was just, doodling on, but I'll do that one later. I wanted to show you how to do it from start to finish here. So we're going to want to draw a design. I think I'm going to do a flower of some sort. So let me grab my pen and I'll throw on some music and we'll doodle away. Well, there, that's better. Now I'm going to add a couple little flourishes here. I swear, I don't know what was going on. It's like the camera turns on and you just don't know how to function sometimes. I could have cut it out, but I left it in because I thought it was kind of funny. And, you can see everybody makes mistakes. So I'm going to take an Exacto blade and I'm going to cut down some of the foam because we don't need all of that there. And it seriously cuts just like butter. You might even be able to use scissors if you could find big enough scissors. But it does dull your knife, so if you slice with it a couple times, you may have to sharpen your blade. So when you go to use it for something else, it actually cuts. So now that we have that, I'm going to start with a heat tool. This is actually a wood burning tool, but you could probably use a soldering knife too. So as you can see, it smokes. So take caution. Actually, I always do this outside. I'm just doing this indoors to show you. The smoke smells really bad. It's not good for your health. And yeah, you don't want to breathe it in. So take precautions, work outside in a well-ventilated area. I have windows open and a fan going, so I'm not too concerned. So you just touch it to it. It burns really, really fast and makes a great impression. And then I'm just going to draw a little doodle design instead to do that. So now you have it in there. Easy peasy, put it away without burning yourself. That's always a good thing here. And let me just futz a little bit. There we go. And then you're going to take your blade and trim away some more of the foam. Now, looking back on this, I should have trimmed off way more of this and then it wouldn't smoke as much, but I didn't. So for future reference for you, if you decide to do this method, make sure that you trim more of the outside off. So I'm just going to finish cutting off the sides, and then I'm going to take the wood burner again, and I'm going to go all the way back around the outside to trim the edges down. So I'll throw on some music, and then I'll come back when it's done. Okay, then I'm going to just cut off some more of this because I was, getting kind of bored of keep going around it and just trimming off a little bit more. Like I said, I should have done this in the beginning, but, I didn't. So I'm just going to touch up these areas, because if you don't get these flat, then when you go to stamp it, you're going to see that stuff around the side. And you could cut this all the way off and skip this step totally. You'll see in the next step. So anyways, so I'll just trim off a little bit more here. And let's go ahead and test it out. So I'm going to grab a different ink pad this time. Hopefully it's one that's got a little bit more juice in it. Press it in good. And then just push it down like a regular stamp. So not too bad. I think I want a little bit more decoration in the center, you know, maybe just a couple dots. So let me close up my stamp pad. I'll grab the tool here and just bop a couple little circles in there, quick and easy. There. Okay, see? So now that's cuter. Whoop, whoop, okay, everything's falling all over again. There we go. So now you can see the little holes in there. So let's test it out again on the ink pad. Get it all good in there. I need to get some re-inkers for my pads because they're all just getting a little bit low, I think. Spin the page around and let's try it again. Well, yep, not the best one. So let's try it again. I'm going to try a different ink pad this time. Get a little bit of blue. This is close to my heart blue. I think it's sky blue. I'll put what ink pads I use down below in case you're interested. Give it a good press. Boom. Cool, right? So there you go. So that way there's nothing sticking out on the edges. So I did a good job, you know, burning all the way around it. Plus sometimes I like to have a little extra because then it's easier to hold on to. So let's grab some Distress Oxides. I'm just going to throw it over top of the blue because I'm lazy. But, you know, it might give it a cool effect anyways. Now let's stamp it down. Push, push, push. And boom, look at that. See? See, when you have a juicy pad, look at, you get this great impression. So it'll be super fun, you know, do a little creative art journaling stamping with that one. So that is how I do the first method. So now see all that white stuff on there? You need to get that all cleaned off because it actually will make your wood burner not burn as hot. But anyways, so now let's try making stamps with the fuse tool. Okay, hold on. There we go. All right, so I got the Heidi Swapp Project Life tool, and you can see this is not burn hot enough. That does not melt the foam at all. There might be, I didn't even see any smoke coming off of it, but I would still work in a well-ventilated area anyway. So I'm just going to take one of the little scrap pieces that we cut off of the flower, and let's just doodle in some lines here. All right, so there we go. Not really sure what I was doing here, just, you know, a couple of lines and added some dots just for fun. So let's get these, hold on, situated. Get over here. Okay, there we go. Now let's go ahead and stamp it out and see what it looks like. Using the fuse tool, I think you get more of a negative stamp. I think that's what I'm trying to say. The lines are going to be not raised up, so you're just going to see the outside of the stamp. But it's still a really cool effect, and it'll be awesome for like art journaling and stuff. So, you know, that was just for fun. Let's try another one. I have all these scraps over here. This one. Let's do a leaf. That'll be lots of fun. So let me go ahead and throw on some music, and then I'll get right back to you. And there we go. Now we have a cute little leaf here. So I'm going to grab my Exacto blade and I'm going to go ahead and cut out the entire leaf from the rest of the foam. Now this is what I was talking about when we were making the leaf, or the flower, sorry, before, and I was like, wait until that next step. Had I have cut off more of the flower, then I wouldn't have needed to burn so much of it off. But anyways, so we're going to cut this out, and you're going to need to be a little bit more picky, picky, pull stuff off of it, with this, so that way you get a good impression when you stamp it. But I love the fuse tool because tons of people have them. I know a lot of my planner friends and my scrapbooker friends all have the fuse tool. And B, it doesn't really smoke and it doesn't really smell. Although I still believe you should work in a well-ventilated area just for safety reasons. So we're going to trim this out here, pick it all off, and boom, there we have a cute little leaf. So I'm going to grab a stamp pad here. I'm thinking maybe a Distress Oxide Green, and we'll juice it up. And let's test it out here. All right, let's put it next to this flower here. Oops, flip it around. Okay, push it down. And boom, look at that. We got a fun little leaf. That's our very own creation. One of a kind. Nobody's going to have the same one that we have. I'm going to stamp it up again just because I want a better impression. Sometimes I feel like when the stamp pad's down and you push the foamy into it, you get it more juicy. So let's do another little one here, kind of like a yin-yang. Boom, there we go. So see how easy that was? Anybody could do it. It's super fun. I love the foamies because they work awesome with gel plate printing. You don't have to worry about ruining them. They work good with acrylic paints. They're super easy to wash up, and you know, they don't cost a lot of money. Maybe a little investment with the EVA, but go in on it with a friend. So who knows? But these are all the ones, just a couple of sample of what I have. But if you liked the tutorial, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks so much for watching, guys.